It's time for a reading vlog. I have not read anything in all of the month of April, and there's many reasons for that. And I'm hoping this book cures my book depression. This book slump has been so disheartening because I've been so excited about books this whole month. I've been wanting to read this whole time. I just haven't. We have my brand new copy of Sunrise on the Reaping. I have been waiting for this book. It's been over 10 years since I first read Catching Fire and have thought about Haymitch's story ever since. And it's here in a gleaming, overpriced hardcover. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna read it. I am just seeking the feeling that I got when I first read The Hunger Games, which was a ravenous hunger, an excitement so intense that I basically turned my entire personal Instagram feed into a Hunger Games fan account for about 2 years. And I have a feeling after reading this, I'm just gonna want to reread the series, which I'm okay with. I will not be rereading Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, sorry. But I might watch the movie. It's perfectly packaged. I'm about to unwrap her. Oh, this logo is a little silly to me. I understand the snake is probably what? President Snow, and I guess that's Haymitch. But first, I have to get a book snack. And in this case, my book snack is a book cup of tea. I don't have any beer or anything. And hopefully this pink mug will offset the horrible rancid vibes that are about to go down. Did I get you? Earl Grey? You know, I could do some Earl Grey right now. Oh, shit. It is time. My trusty reading pillow. As I read, usually end up in about this position, but I always start in first position. This is about like, what, 8th position? I haven't read a hardcover book in so long. I've been reading a lot of paperbacks and a lot of ebooks, so I'm not really used to the feeling of having a bulky book in your hand, especially reading like this. I feel so nervous. Ooh. There's nothing quite like cracking open a new book, right? It didn't make a cracking sound. Did she have quotes at the beginning of The Hunger Games? I'm gonna have to reread and see. We have a George Orwell quote. I guess there's gonna be a lot of lying in this. Shocker. Part 1, The Birthday. Oh my god, he was born on the reaping. Within the first page, it looks like I've met the primary love interest, Lenore Dove. I have a feeling this is not going to go well. Oh god. Near the end of the first page, his brother Sid says that the sun's coming up. That's foreshadowing if I've ever seen it. Hattie will give Haymitch a little tip of cracked corn so he can take it to Lenore Dove's geese. How cute. So he's in a little moonshining business, it seems like. And, oh, the foreshadowing is just... Oh, he says, though I'm not a drinker myself, I'm glad to get a bottle. Oh. Okay, we already have another Everdeen. We're meeting and talking about Lenore Dove. And I'm seeing that there's some coveys and Bairds? I don't even remember the name. It's Lucy Gray, right? But it's Lucy Gray something. I don't remember. And I don't really feel like Googling it because I'm afraid I'm gonna get spoiled. So we'll just have to wait and find out. Her songs? Dang! The law demands that we atone when we take things we do not own, but leaves the lords and ladies fine who take things that are yours and mine. Bars. Okay, it feels a little unnatural to read with the lights on, so I'm gonna get all comfy, and I will keep checking in when more things happen. Last time I checked in, it was Wednesday. It is now Friday. I need you guys to tell me if I'm actually stupid. So I was talking to my coworkers yesterday. The night before, I had been reading Sunrise on the Reaping, the hardcover version. Taylor has now, at this point, fallen asleep. I could have relocated myself, but I didn't. And I was like, I want to keep the light on. Oh, there's a cardinal. Oh, he flew away. Now, tell me why the only thing I thought to do was to purchase the ebook on my Kindle. I had a huge hesitation when I saw how much this was on the Kindle store. I know, Kindle. I know. I wish I had a Kobo. I was staring at the price of this book. $18. And I've already paid an egregious amount for a brand new hardcover. And my friend goes, oh, yeah, I just use a book light.
Oh my God, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What?
Like, have I forgotten my roots entirely? Have I forgotten the days where I would have a flashlight tucked under my chin and read? Have I forgotten the days when I had a book light? And I even have a headlamp I could have just put on and shined at the book. No, I have to buy the ebook. I mean, there's no other option. I have to buy the ebook. So now I am even poorer for this one book, so it better be slappy. But I wanted to check in because I did read a little bit more last night. I just didn't film it. Haymitch has been selected to be the replacement for the kid who got killed after the reaping. So reaping day on July 4th is Haymitch's birthday. That sucks. And I don't know why I never caught that reaping day is July 4th. Makes sense. He has this boo thing. They go to the reaping and they're reaping twice as many tributes. Drusilla, the wicked version of Effie Trinket, is doing the reaping. 2 girls are called, Maisie Donner and Luella, forget her last name. And so Haymitch's boo thing is safe, right? But then the boys get reaped. Woodbine, he just makes a run for it. Immediately gets pelted with bullets. Of course, Haymitch's little boo thing has to go over and help, get the body from the peacekeepers who are about to remove it from the scene and probably just, throw it off a cliff or something. And Haymitch, in his brain, is like, I should not go over there. It's not going to end well. I shouldn't help. But of course, he does go and help because that's his girl. Gets smacked in the face or something with the butt of a rifle. Drusilla's like, well, we pick another boy. We have to pick someone else. They look at Haymitch like, you'll do. So he doesn't even get properly reaped. He's just chosen. And Plutarch Heavensby is there and he is helping orchestrate. He's like the producer, I guess. He's orchestrating the live event. I don't know if that does make sense canonically, though. In this book, Haymitch is like, oh, it looks like they're filming 5 minutes behind so that they can edit out anything that they want. But is that a thing in the later books? In Catching Fire, when Katniss just starts giving that random speech, they didn't make her go back and refilm that. They were really upset about it because it was being broadcast live. Am I remembering that correctly? Anyway, I am really enjoying seeing the behind the scenes producer sort of thing going on and how it's a TV show. It's not this horrific event to the Capitol people, it's just their entertainment. And Baird, I just figured out, is Lucy Gray Baird. So Luella Dove, Lucy Gray, Dove, Gray, Baird, right? But what just happened was really weird. When they rounded up all the tributes before they were getting styled for the chariot. Oh, the chariots, that's what just happened. Oh my god. Yeah, we'll get to that. When all the tributes got there to this kind of gym sort of place, it's where all the tributes are going to have training and whatever. They put them in a communal shower and douse them in insecticide. Yeah, I hate that. Really hate that. Make them all clean shaven, and then the stylist, it's so different from in the Hunger Games when Katniss and Peeta had their stylists and had the most iconic costumes for the chariots. This guy, Magno, he walks in and is like, yeah, here's the old coal miner outfits that you wear every year. Good luck. Great. They smush these 4 people on the chariots, get on the chariots, the horses freak out. Someone throws a firecracker, makes the horses go berserk. District 12 chariot goes haywire, runs into 2 other chariots, and Luella dies. She dies before the games even start. Haymitch takes Luella's body, is carrying it, hops on chariot, rides all the way up to President Snow's mansion, and to be like, hey, even if they weren't broadcasting that, which they probably weren't, President Snow did see. So Haymitch is now a massive target from him, and where have we heard that before? I am really into it so far. It's so snappy and fast-paced. It's what I wanted when I was reading the other prequel, A Ballad for Songbirds and Snakes. I wanted the snappy, fast-paced sort of writing, and I'm getting that here. The characters here in this book, I root for. I actually really care about what happens to Haymitch. Even though I know what happens. And that's what's funny. I know what happens to Haymitch later on. But in this story, I don't know all the details of it. So I'm now really invested. All I'm saying is I feel 12 years old again, and I'm having a great time. And yeah, I'm pulled up in pretty much the exact same outfit. Oh my gosh, I've been overexposed this whole time. Besides work, I have set aside today to be Sunrise on the Reaping reading day, because tomorrow I need to do a lot of work, a lot of schoolwork. It's about to be finals week, and I don't have real finals, I have final projects. Yeah, final projects. So that means I have to like do the projects in advance. So that's what I'm gonna do tomorrow. And today I just want to have a dandy time while it's rainy and moody to read this depressing book. Now they're all coming out. I think I'm on chapter 7. Mags? I don't understand what's going on. Oh, I fell asleep at the end of chapter 6, so I need to go back a little bit. Okay, I'm at the tribute roster. I remember that. I was reading all the names, and they are a lot of them are funny. Someone named Stamp. That's hilarious. I want to name one of my rats Stamp, and also one of my rats Tile. Oh yeah, I just met Ampert, and he's wanting to form a little alliance. Wyrus has entered the picture. She's one of the mentors. That's good news. So is Finnick older than Haymitch? Mags walks in and he says, I remember a games from when I was little. A hysterical boy dressed in a suit made of seashells who'd just been crowned in front of the entire nation of Panem. Is that Finnick? I thought Finnick was younger for some reason. Or is this a different guy? I mean, surely it's Finnick. Oh boy, I don't know. It's been a few hours. I'm about this far in. I'm incredibly far in. The pacing of this is almost unnaturally fast. I only have this much left, and it feels like we just got into the games. It's like day 2 of the games. Haymitch's arena is the arena where everything is poisonous. It looks beautiful. There's a bunch of ripe fruit, giant blueberries, beautiful butterflies, little rabbits. The stream is babbling and shiny. They're all poisonous. The only thing I remember from Haymitch talking about his time in the arena was the ending, from how he won. And I don't know exactly who is involved with him winning, I just know kind of the vague circumstances. So I am interested to see who is left at the end with him. We've just lost Lulu. Ampert just came up eating their potatoes because Haymitch got a sponsor from after all these butterflies tried to kill him, and then he set the butterflies on fire. From paragraph to paragraph, we are just moving so quickly that I'm getting a little unsettled. I've been reading a lot more slower paced books in the past few years, so reading something so fast paced and easy to read, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. And I think that's what I need to get out of this reading slump I've been in. I mean, I'm about to finish this book. I'm finishing it today, so I will have read it in about 2 days. I'm not mad about it. And I know there's heartbreaking things. People are posting everywhere that they're like crying from it, but I mean, everyone else dies, right? We know Haymitch is the only victor. So I'm kind of detached from all the other characters because I know they're not going to survive. And I just have a gut feeling that something's going to happen to Lenore Dove. She is brought up continually throughout this, and Plutarch let Haymitch have a phone call to her. She said she was arrested. This song over and over again, that's Lenore's namesake song, and there's a raven, it's about someone who's brokenhearted. I'm like, wait a minute, that's Edgar Allan Poe. We're talking about Edgar Allan Poe, aren't we? I don't remember all the words of that poem, but I know Nevermore. I just thought I'd throw that in. That seems a little grim, maybe a little foreshadowy. Everything is foreshadowing. Everything is foreshadowing. The dramatic irony is strong with this one. Well, I'm gonna make a little drink and snuggle back in and finish this baby. These last, 100 pages are gonna be snappy in a lot more ways than one. They keep talking about the arena outfits that they're in. Fred is dipping one of their socks into the fire, and it glows for a long time before it starts melting. And Haymitch is thinking that the clothing implies that any number of things in the arena can burn other than just those flowers, those gas plants that he set on fire. That makes me think, because they have a big meadow. To the left are the woods, and to the right is a mountain. I have a feeling that they're going to do like a big burning of the meadow, because that's kind of what nature does. You burn the meadow and then it comes back, that sort of thing. And everyone's going to have to run to the mountains to be safe. That's a theory. Most people are already at the mountains, but Ampert is wanting to get them off the mountain. So if they're going to get off the mountain, then have to go back to the mountain. That seems rough. Just a theory. Obviously, I forgot about the whole water tank situation. The whole point is that they're going to like flood the arena, right? And then everyone has to run to the mountain to get on high ground because the arena is flooded. Oh no. Haymitch is now in the hatch by the water tank. Oh, I feel like Ampert is definitely not alive up there. Squinch. Ah, mutated bats. Great. Ampert is missing. Uh-oh. Vicious squirrels. Oh, God. Oh, God. Haymitch has the axe, people. Haymitch has an axe. We all know the Hunger Games. Fast-paced, snappy, tragic. And this is Haymitch's story. I wanted to know, will it cure my reading slump? Well, folks, I finished it. I started it 2 days ago, and now she's done. It's over. And I really enjoyed it. I obviously had a good time. It was incredibly fast-paced, but I did kind of forget that this is YA, and that it's... So I was kind of like, whoa! Like, I'm getting my neck's about to break how fast this is going. And in that same way, I don't think I was hit as emotionally hard. I don't know, maybe I've just steeled my heart against tragic book things. Only a few parts of it really surprised me and made me go like, oh my God, that's horrible. And I think we all know one particular part. I mean, there's multiple. I had predicted in my head, the moment I met any character, I just knew I couldn't get attached. This is Haymitch's story. We know he wins the Hunger Games, and we know that there are no other survivors. I'm making it sound like I didn't like this. I really enjoyed this. It was a lot of fun, and it was exactly what I wanted it to be. If I had been 12, 13, 14 when this came out, I would be ravenous, on the floor crying, rolling around, throwing up, screaming, and I would be taking this to bed with me and sleeping with it. Well, that's weird. It was great. It was exactly what it needed to be, which is not how I felt about Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I liked seeing the early game stuff. The rest of it, I don't really care. This, I care. I care. She's really good at foreshadowing, especially for a YA audience. Like, it's pretty blatant, but it's good. It's good. If you read enough books, you can be like, oh, that's Chekhov's gun. Oh, that's a Chekhov's gun. Oh, that's, yeah. I was saying how I knew how Haymitch won. And for the most part, I did know. Except, for some reason, I had it in my head that Haymitch threw the axe, and then the axe came back and hit the other tribute. No, he ducked. She throws the axe, and then it bounces back and hits her. Did not realize that Haymitch was not the one who threw it. So that was a surprise. There's so much exposition to him getting into the games, and then the games were like this long. I'm like, that must be how it must have been in the Hunger Games when I read it with Katniss. She had a bunch of exposition. The whole thesis of this video, the whole question, did this cure my reading slump? Yeah, because what am I reading right now, but where the f*** is it? Yeah, this is my OG copy of the Hunger Games. And by my OG copy, I mean my brother's OG copy. This copy costs $18. This copy, I don't even want to look at the price. $27. The moment I finished this book last night, I went to Libby, checked it out, sent it to my e-reader, read like 4 chapters. So good. A perfect YA novel, right? So I am tentatively saying yes, it has cured my reading slump. It also did not make my other responsibilities go away, but it has made me not be afraid to prioritize reading again. And with Miss Lenore Dove and Haymitch's family, I hate to say that I didn't cry, but I mean I didn't. Once President Snow said like have a happy homecoming or whatever, yeah, they're toast. The way that it happened is so tragic but Suzanne Collins is very clever to make it to where haymitch like doesn't off himself after. If I had been haymitch, I would have, I'm gone. You will never ever see me again. But the way that Suzanne went about it was exactly how it needed to be. He promised her that he would be part of the uprising to make sure that there was not another sunrise on the reaping. And that gets me to the epilogue. Everyone is already dead. But in the epilogue, we see Katniss and Peeta, and that's when I was about to cry. That was the perfect epilogue. He came full circle, and even though he knew he wasn't the person to make the sun stop rising on the reaping, he was part of it. He was with Katniss and Peeta throughout it. In the last paragraphs, I know one thing though, the Capitol can never take Lenore Dove from me again. They never really did in the first place. Nothing you can take from me was ever worth keeping, and she is the most precious thing I've ever known. So I'm literally about to cry. That's gonna make me shed a tear. That's gonna make me shed a little tear right there. I can't, that just makes me think of my own, no. I can't say that. I'm not talking about it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. What an epilogue, dude. What a way to wrap this up. And I say this in my little review on Storygraph. This feels like such a nice ending to all of the Hunger Games books. And I don't think I want any more. That's just a personal thing. She can write as many as she wants. I don't know if I'm going to read them. I might. But the ending of this, I felt, for some reason, wrapped it up even better than Mockingjays epilogue did. Haven't read Mockingjays epilogue in about 10 years, so don't come after me. This just feels like an end. A nice little bow to end the story. And I'm really happy with my experience. Do I feel good about spending a total of about $50 on it? No, but that is my own fault. After starting the Hunger Games again last night, after reading this and knowing what I know from Ballad also, it's like, whoa, everything is starting to make a lot more sense. And seeing Haymitch on the reaping stage just drunk and falling over and all that, you're not just immediately disgusted by him. You're like, oh my god, this man has been through so much, and you don't know. You don't know until you read this. Oh, the mountain was a volcano. That's where the fire came from. It wasn't fire, it was some sort of goo. It was a bunch of goo. We still don't really know what the water was for. I guess it was to, I don't know. I was thinking that like when the volcano erupted, the water was to like wash away all the stuff from the volcano. And I guess it was. They just went on later and made it rain a lot. I still am on my theory that that big water tank was also to flood the arena to make people go to the mountain, and then they were going to set the mountain. Oh, getting to see Katniss's parents, just seeing Katniss's father throughout this book, and then immediately in the opening of this, like, he's just dead. Oh, how Astrid is in this and is so loving and helpful with her apothecary stuff, and in this, she's just kind of like a shell of herself. Oh. Did it cure my reading slump? Yes. Yeah. I'm probably about to read all of the Hunger Games. We'll see. I did not think I was going to read it that quickly, given the fact that I haven't read anything for about 4 weeks. And now, I need to go and do grad school work. Woo! 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 But I really just want to read the Hunger Games. Yeah. I also reread the Hunger Games. Oh, what's going on? What's everyone so mad at me about? Like, what?